Hey, folks, good morning. Welcome to Madison Area YMCA. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports. We're actually just got notified we're going to be going live with the parade of athletes. I'm going to shut off a few things. Top right is not correct. I'll get that corrected in a second. All right, good morning. Welcome. This is Madison Area Y for the 2026 New Jersey Swimming 10 and Under Gold Championship. If somebody could, the chat's open. If somebody could give me a quick thumbs up, everything looks and sounds okay. Looks okay from our side, just doing a few sanity checks. Glad everybody could join us today. All right, looks good. The timers are in their meeting right now. Slated first race, I think, was 10:20. Unfortunately, what I'm looking at doesn't have it. But Meet Mobile is an app you should download for your phone or tablet. In there, they are publishing all the information free, so you don't need to subscribe for today. Some meets do require that, but today is being published for free. We're starting with event 1. Now, interestingly, initially this was girls and then boys, but they're combined. So everybody needs to stay sharp. Hope everybody had a good night's sleep, because we're going from event 1 then to event 9, and then we'll interleave that way, 3 and 10 and so on. You see that on the bottom right of your screen. So hopefully we can all track with that. Hopefully I got a good night's sleep. There is a couple last minute things getting established, but what you're looking at there is down the edge of the pool deck. So let me give you a wide view. Here's the whole pool. We're going to be starting on the right side. I have a camera here. We'll start with, I got to apologize right off. And some team decided it was a smart idea to bring whistles. So if you hear whistles in the background, it's coming from the deck, not anything in the broadcast. But so right-hand side, we're going to start here. I'll pop names up when I get them. We'll go to a wide view, 25-yard pool. We're swimming short course yards, so you'll see SCY. Then I have a camera down on the far turn. So you see some of the swimmers making their way around the pool. My understanding is they're going to be walking towards us from this view. I think this is the best view I can give you. So we should see them starting shortly. All right, got a couple thumbs up. Everything good. I appreciate that. Again, I keep the chat open. A couple things. If there's a swimmer that has an outstanding race, please put it in there. I'll try and look at it and read it. This is what's known as a timed final. So you sometimes in championship meets, and definitely for the olders, or if you're watching the Olympics, there's something called preliminaries, right? Swim in the morning, win in the afternoon, or swim in the morning, win at night. This is not. This is a timed final. So just for example, when we get into individual races, the first individual race, event number 3. Okay, so if you're really not familiar with swimming, there's things called events. Basically, that is a particular stroke and a particular distance, right? So that's what you see on the bottom right. Number 3 is event 3. So we'll talk about that one. That's the girls 10 and under, 100 backstroke. So 25-yard pool, they'll swim 4 lengths. Okay, my verbiage is length is 1 end to end. A lap is down and back. Okay, so 100 yards. Each length is 25, so it's 4 lengths. They'll start, they'll go down, they'll come back, they'll go down and come back and finish. There is only timing pads on the right-hand wall, so we'll get splits only on this right-hand side. All right, there is no splits on the left side. All right. Thank you for. All right, yeah, it is very crowded. All right, I'll do it real quick. So this is the balcony where everybody is sitting. And you can see it's very crowded. There is people inside. And then just real quick, this is ground level out here. You can see the parking lot is full. There will be spectators outside. I don't know, it's like 35 degrees today. Too bad it's not 70 that it was a couple days ago. All right. I'm going to turn up the announcement. So they're starting the parade. You'll see the teams will be holding little flags. Okay, I don't know. I imagine they're coming alphabetical. The 6-7 jersey, their lifetime. dark shirt, Coach Kevin from Madison. Oh, they're going away from us. I got misinformed. All right, that's Lifetime Aquatics. They are not going alphabetical. So I'm going to pan across, try and get some faces. So I'll stay here just based on my angle. This is Lifetime coming across. All right, folks, I'm going to go with this view here. It'll be a little delayed, but at least with where the sun is, we'll be able to see faces. All right, so as you can see, they're kind of queuing up around. Blue flag here, Summit Area Y, SAY. All right, I'm going to pan around now that they've kind of filled up. Bergen Barracudas was just announced. We'll catch them kind of in the bottom corner to the left. West Essex Y. right, I'll do a quick pan around. Hopefully we'll catch all the teams. All right, there's a wide view of most of the pool. Again, the right side will be the start side. You see lane 1 is the far lane. Lane 8 is the near lane. All right, we'll catch a little bit of signage. All right, as you can see, swimmers making their way back to the team areas. We'll be getting started shortly. Event 1, Heat 1, as you see it on the top left of your screen now on that scoreboard. Those are the 3 teams to make up that first race. All right, a couple other housekeeping things I'm just working through here. Hopefully that's not working. Why is that? All right, so folks, on the top right of your screen, that orange text, I keep that updated. That's going to be the swimmers in the next race. So as we start, we're going to have the 3 teams, BWTD in lane 3, Jersey Flyers in lane 4, Scarlet C in lane 5. You can see that up on the scoreboard top left. I will try and keep the top right information updated. Basically, that is the swimmers, or the teams in this case, that are on deck up next. All right, so now on the top right, you'll see I've updated that. It might be a little small. If you're on your phone or tablet, you can pinch and zoom. So how you do pinch and zoom with pictures, you can do the same here. And then grow the picture if you're on your phone or tablet. Right. Again, we're starting with event 1. So if you keep an eye on the bottom right, that is our order of events. We're going from 1, and then 1 is the girls, and then we'll jump up to 10 for the boys. Then we'll go 3 and 11 and so on. All right. It's a little confusing, but initially this was separated with the girls and boys being 2 different sessions. I'm having a small issue here. I'm just working through, so that's why I'm not talking as much. Oh, okay, that's what's going on there. Using lane and logos. All right, so folks, this is going to get a little, I got to clean up a little bit, but here's a quick little, so you can see the lane assignments. So lane 1 will be at the top of the screen. So in this first race, we have swimmers in lanes 3, 4, and 5. All right, bottom left is the starting box. So we'll see that flash at the start of the race. All right, so I'm going to try and do this, working through a little bit of an issue, but I'll try and get the names and the logos on the screen at the start. All right. What else we got? We got one other camera I got down low. If you are an official, a starter, this is kind of replicating their view. All right. They're just working through an issue, as you see the left-hand side of your screen with the starting system. All right. Again, if you not familiar, Meet Mobile is an app you could download for your phone or your tablet. It gives you all the information of the race. Again, the chat is open. I'm sorry, a little frantic here getting set up. One thing's not working, but yes, go Jack, Jersey Aquatic, go Apex Swimming. All right, again, I think they're just working through a little. While we have a second, we'll jump down, take a look at the swimmers behind the blocks. So my understanding is we're then to swim events, and then there'll be a short pause between after they do the girls and then the boys, and there will be awards presentations. That was what was communicated to me. Again, lane one will be at the top. So in this, we have BWT, TD, JFAC, and then Scarlet are the teams here in lanes 3, 4, and 5. All right, now procedurally they're just going down and asking to make sure their timers time each block. So they'll raise their hand. There'll be 2 timers behind each block. One has a clipboard with all the names. The other they both have stopwatches. One has a clipboard. The other one without the clipboard has the backup timer responsibility. All right, so we should be seeing Azra, Alana, and Chloe stepping up, lanes 3, 4, and 5. And here we go. All right, I said stepping up. They will be getting in as this is a medley relay. Event 1, girls 10 and under, 200 yard. So this being a 200 yard, each swimmer is swimming 50 yards. So it'll be down and back for each swimmer. Backstroke, and then we go breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. So again, furthest from us, lane 3 should be Azra. In the middle, Ilana, and then closest to us should be Chloe. All right, we'll see what they're making their way back. And then we'll go wide here on the view. Jumping in lane 3, Iris. Lane 4, Isabella. Lane 5, Catherine. All right, first to the wall there on the board was lane 5. We'll see the swimmers coming towards us. So that is lane 5, Catherine leading out, followed by Isabella in 4, and then Iris in 3. This is the second swimmer in. Since we have 3 lanes, we'll stay with this view. All right, now on the top right, those are the teams up next. In the pool, lane 5, Elena, lane 4, Elisa, and lane 3, Zoe. So that's lane 5, first to turn. There will be no splits at that end. All splits will be at this near end. So again, coming to us, lane 5 should be Elena. And then to her left should be Elisa. And then back here should be Zoe. All right. 4th swimmers entering. Lane 5, Amelia. Lane 3, Arabella. And I'm sorry, lane 4, Arabella. And then lane 3, Anastasia. Freestyle leg underway. Final swimmer. The other information on the top right you see, that is the seed times for the teams. All the races are seeded slowest to fastest. All right, lane 4, low split coming home, 30-29 there for Jersey Flyers. That should have been Arabella Zaricki. Nice split coming home, 30-29. All right, here we are. This is the next race. Here's our teams and their lane assignments. This is heat 2 of 3. Lane 1, Emma. 2, Melina. 3, Serena. 4, Beatrice. 5, Alatina. 6, Olivia. And 7, Hudson. All right, again, this is heat 2 of 3. So now on the top right are the entries for heat 3. All right, entering the pool, lane 1, Dylan. 2, Ryari. 3, Pavusi. 4, Nave. 5, Ella. 6, Charlie. 7, Alina. All right, here they are at the far end. All right, should have the Butterflyers entering lane 1, Kate. 2, Natalie. 3, Lily. 4, Alea. 5, Ray. 6, Gabby. 7, Madeline. This is the third of 4th swimmers in the pool here. Heat 2 of 3 of event 1. If you're just joining us at any point, you can rewind, go back, catch up. This is lane 4 leading out. It should be Ayla from Madison Area Y. They came in on a 2:26 seed time. In the pool for freestyle, lane 1, Abby. 2, Andrea. 3, Jamie. 4, Victoria. 5, Ada. 6, Sabrina. 7, Jacqueline. They're ready down at the far end. That's our lead group that's turned, making their way back. Lane 3, Scarlet B, making a big push. They came in on a 2:30, that Scarlet B team, and they go 2:23.38. Nice drop there, ladies. 2:23.05 is your low time. Again, this is not, it is just a timed final, so you need to understand the time here, 2:23.05, could win it, depending on where they come in relative to the entries in the final heat. As you can see, this final heat, some impressive times, middle of the pool. So low seed time is always going to be lane 4 and then lane 5, and it fans out from there. All right, so that 2:23 that was put down by Madison. All right, so what they did there, they announced it from the slowest seed inward. So they started with lane 8 and then ultimately got down to lane 4. And they'll do that for the final heat of the individual races too. All right, so in the pool here, Emerson, Sydney, Yahani, Elodie, Chloe, Sengo, Emma, and Nina. Up next will be a boys heat. See those names on the top right. Again, this is final heat. Look at that, lane 2, that's Jersey Aquatic. That was Sydney Wu going out fast. In the pool, lane 1, Ellen. 2, Chloe. 3, no, I'm sorry, I'm reading these wrong. Lane 1, Chloe. 2, Cora. 3, Zori. 4, Emma. 5, Duty. 6 is Brielle. 7, Audrey. 8, Abby. Those are your breaststrokers here. Final heat. We have a huge swim going on here, folks. Lane 4, that is Emma Zhang from Excel. Got to look at that split. I don't know. Unfortunately, ignore lane 2. 34-29 there. Look at that. Ignore lane 2, but look at that split by Emma relative to the field. All right, in the pool, lane 1, Ellen. 2, Chloe. 3, Anika. 4, Alicia. 5, Charlotte. 6, Norse. 7, Claire. 8, Coco. All right, we had to stay wide. A lot of separation. That is your lane 4, Excel. Entering the pool there will be Zeno. Another straight split, 31-14. All right, swimmers for the freestyle. Lane 1, London. 2, Ellie. 3, Hava. As I mentioned, Zeno's in 4. 5, Annalise. 6, Ara. 7, Carly. 8, Sophie. All right, we got a finish here. Lane 4. This is Excel. They came in 2:12.10. They're dropping on that. There you go. 2:10.02 for the Excel team. Nice job. All right. Unofficially, Excel, low time there. And again, I say unofficially, there can be scratches and so on. There's your Excel team. Nice job. All right, they're going to do announcements with the official winners. And again, some of 225. Yeah, so what was it? Madison in the previous heat swam lower than that 225, so they should be in the top 8. Nice job. All right. Again, folks, this is Mike, Common Guy Sports. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. Any questions, comments, feedback, please put it in the chat. If you're not familiar with the chat, you can email us. I'll try and keep an eye on it, but it's a little hard. I'm a one-man show. You can email us, Common Guy Sports NJ, all one big word, Common Guy Sports NJ at gmail.com. All right. To my understanding, we'll swim the boys, and then we'll go and have awards. And the awards will be done on the starting box using lane 1 as your overall winners. Again, this is a timed final, so even on the individual races, I'm not going to say, if the first heat is, somebody swims great, I'm not going to say they're the winner. I'm just going to say they had the low time in that heat. Ultimately, we have to see how it pans out against all the other heats and all the other components. And then after that, you'll see the winners will be announced. Okay, this is heat 1 of the boys. So as you see on that scoreboard, we've jumped up to event 9. This is heat 1 of 3. In the pool, Thomas, Zachary, Preston, and Denise. All right, now that heat 1's underway, on the top right, you see the names there for the heat 2. All right, second swimmers entering. That's already in the pool there for Madison in lane 4, that's Harry. Lane 3 will be Camille. And then in the middle of the pool, Aiden's in 5, Kevin's in 6. Ready at the far end, that is our lane 4 swimmer there from Madison, Harry. Top right are the teams for Heat 2. All right, about to enter the pool. Lane 3 is Terrence. Lane 4, Teddy. 5, Reed. 6, Alexander. That is the lane 4, first to the wall, Madison. So the other thing of interest, so if you see on the scoreboard top left of your screen where it says MAY, Madison Area Y, and then the letter designation, that's the team designation. So they'll have an A, a B, a C, and a D, A being the fastest team. So you can see Cougar, Cat, and Madison both have their A teams. Lifetime, Scarlet have their C teams in this particular race. All right, entering the pool are freestylers. Lane 3 will be Davin. That's Owen in the pool in 4. Then we have Nicholas and Connor. There's Connor going off, and there's Nicholas. And all the information where the swimmers are, what they're swimming, wrong way, is in Meet Mobile, M-E-E-T Mobile. Download it for your phone or tablet. Here we come into the finish. This is going to be Madison. They came in on a 2:31.16. They're dropping 5 seconds, 2:26.39. Nice jobs. Right behind them, 2:29.88, Cougar A. That's like a 6.5, 7-second drop there for Cougar. No, 2:30. Yeah, 2:29.8. Came in on a 2:36.6. Here are the teams for Heat 2 of 3. Top right are the teams for the final heat. In the pool here for Heat 2, we have Luca, Danvin, Weston, Armand, Ben, already turned. Lane 6, Lifetime, Nathaniel. 7 is Braden, and 8 is Watson. Entering the pool, second swimmers, Warren, Bart, Mark, Zion, Brian, Chip, Benjamin, and Leonard. This is Heat 2 of 3. Again, we're going girls events, then boys. Girls numbers started at 1. Boys started at event 9. All right, again, you can see that on the bottom right of your screen. That is our lane 5. Nice quick stroke there. All right, entering our third swimmers. So we have Nikki, Liam, Ethan, Luke, Hanlon, Ian, Nicholas, and Jameson. They're already turning down at the far end. These are our butterflyers. On the block, ready to jump in, swimming freestyle will be Chris, Maddox, Hunter, Alex, Richard, James, Colin, and Hudson. Close race here. Lane 2, lane 4. First to the, lane 3, lane 3, first to turn there. It's New Jersey Race Club. Again, this is Heat 2 of 3. We're close. Lane 2, lane 3, lane 5. Who's going low? Lane 2. PAA comes home 29.9, sub 30. Another 29 up there. Is that a 27? Is that legit up there for Could that be Richard Kang? Just went 27? I don't know. It's what's on the board. I didn't see it, folks. A couple parents darted out of here. So maybe. Oh, shucks. All right, that is our top seed there, Excel in lane 4. All right, this is our final heat. Top right, you'll see his individual names up next. In this final heat, lane 1, Scarlett, we have Christian. Lane 2, Jamie. 3, Jack. 4, Francis. 5, Ian. 6, Casper. 7, Caden. 8, Jaden. All right, we're close in the middle of the pool there. Again, we have our top seeds, lanes 4 and 5. First to turn, entering the pool. Lane 1, Arali. Then we have Levi, Simon, Aaron, Noah, Arjun, Isaac, and Ken. All right, let's get a look. These guys are ready at the far wall. That is lane 5, first to turn. That is Jersey Aquatic. All right, entering the pool, third swimmers, Nathan, Takra, Henry, Leo, Kirill, Alisher, Donal, and Jordan. All right, ignore the board. The board had lane 2 leading. They're not. That is. Let's get a look at the middle of the pool. That is lanes 5 and 4. 5, Jersey Aquatic. 4, Excel. Entering the pool, freestylers, lane 1, Colin. 2, Ashin. 3, Mateo. 4, Manning. 5, Kyle. 6, Cullum. 7, Logan. And Liam down here in 8. We got a race for home, folks. Within a stay, we'll pick that up. Middle of the pool. Again, lane 4, Excel. Lane 5, Jersey Aquatic. Wow. Okay, you can just look at lanes 4 and 5. Ignore 2. 206.81. Out-touched by a 206.78 for Jersey Aquatic. Jersey Aquatic came in on a 211.76. They dropped almost 5, or more than 5. Nope. 4.98 and a 206.81. All right, folks. Losing my voice already. Here we are, second event completed. My understanding, again, the names on the top right, if we go quick, that'll be event 300 backstroke for the girls. I don't think we're going to do that. My understanding is we're going to some sort of awards. Thank you. All right, maybe not. All right, folks, well, we'll all learn together. My understanding, I thought we were doing awards, maybe not. You can see the officials discussing it right below us. If we don't, the names you see top left on the scoreboard will be the girls for event 3, 10 and under, 100-yard backstroke. We have 6 heats there. Take a look. Here they are lining up. Again, we have swimmers lanes 2 through 6. Up here will be lane 2. All right, I'm looking around. I can't really discern what we're doing next. All right, exciting start here with the relays. Now we'll move into all individual races. Again, odd numbers will be the girls, even numbers boys. You can see our menu of events on the bottom right.
No, nobody in the pool.
All right. Trying to find some indication.
Alicia, can I take pictures of
All right, again, I'm just seeing if the results are updated, and they look to be, yeah, they're unofficial in Meet Mobile. So for that event 1, load time, again, these are unofficial, was Excel Swimming. All right, just looking around. I think they're trying to determine the results and then have award presentation. That's what I was told earlier. All right, I'll just real quick, it's going to look ugly on your screen, but this is a view of Meet Mobile, and those are the unofficial results for the girls. All right, so my understanding is they were trying to determine the winners of the relays and then also give swimmers time. So this is a view of Meet Mobile. If you're not familiar with it, when you start at the top level, you can type in a particular meet. So I put New Jersey Gold. Make sure you're selecting the one for 2026, March 14th, 15th. And then from here, you would select events. And then we're on the Saturday, and you can see the lineup. Right? So if you are looking for a particular swimmer, what you can do is go all the way to this top. you go to swimmers and we just type in, I don't know, MAD, we can look up Madeline McNulty. And what you can do, you can star that, and then you'll get notified every time Madeline is swimming. If you just tap on her name, you'll see all her results. Again, Meet Mobile, this app is normally subscription-based. New Jersey Swimming and Madison Y are publishing these for free, so you don't need to sign up, and you can get to all this information. All right. So my understanding, what we're doing is, the results still say, you see here at top center, unofficial. But these are the times that came in. Oh, here we go. We're back swimming. All right, let me give you the lane assignments here. Again, this is event 3, girls, 10 and under, 100-yard backstroke. Heat 1 of 6. Mackenzie, Romy, Sonia. I didn't get full names on my sheets, folks. Sorry. They're kind of truncated. Again, this is heat 1 of 6, 100-yard backstroke. So it'll be 4 lengths, down and back, down and back. Now on the top right of your screen, you'll see the entries for heat 2. Again, lane 1 is the top of your screen. That is empty in this race. Here we are in lanes 2 through 6. Top right, the orange text are the swimmers on deck. Should see them behind the blocks. All right, the girls will be coming into the finish here. That is lane 5 going low. 127.10, dropping a second and a half off a 128.79. That was heat 1. Here we are with our swimmers in heat 2. Top right are the entries for heat 3. All right, in the pool here. All right, they're making announcements in the background. A little hard for me to hear. We are at the 50-yard mark here. That is first to turn was Anya in lane 3. Followed by Caroline Beltry in 2. Girls are at 75 yards here. This is heat 2 of 6. Can you All right, that was heat 2. Thank you. All right, here's our group for the next race. This is heat 3. Thank you. All right, underway with heat 3. Olivia Elena, Emma. Shucks. A lot of these are truncated, folks. I can't read 4 and 5. 6 is Arel. 7, London, and Jamie's in 8. All right, so I just got final results. Yes, confirmed for event 1, the girls. Excel does win it. That was a team of Elodie, Emma, Alicia, and Zeno, followed by Scarlett, then Metro, Jersey Aquatic, and Star is a top 5. Congratulations. All right, girls in the pool here, halfway done with their 100 back. Names on the top right are the Heat 4 entries. We're coming into the finish. That is lane 5. Beatrice goes low, 117.96. Big drop, came in on a 121.59. Nice swim there, Beatrice Wade out of Madison area Y. That was, so keep an eye, that 117 could come in the mix. All right, you'll see the seed times here. That 117 is better than the seeds across the board in this heat.
Now the crazy's over.
Isla, Emma, Arya, Hudson, Pew, Vincent, Ellie, and Rhea are your swimmers here. Now that this is underway, I'll get the names updated. Top right for Heat 5. Those are now updated. This is the 50-yard turn. Perez, Vincent there in 6, first to turn, splitting a 35-8. Angelique goes low here, 116.99, dropping a bunch off a 120.56 seed. Nice swim. That was Heat 4. Here we go with Heat 5. Heat 5 of 6. Serena, Ayla, Vanya, Elodie, Charlie, Jahan, Lily, and Brielle. Top right are the names for the final heat. We'll get those announced as they step in. Low seed up in the next heat. Natalie on a 110.81. Keep an eye on lane 2. Looks first to turn here at the halfway mark. That is Ayla Faber. All right, if I mispronounce any names, please help me out. Put it in the chat. Help me out. If I apologize if I am mispronouncing. Lane 5, big second half push here. That is Charlie Scape. Charlie, Ocean County Y, looks to go low here. And she does, 115.81. That's 2.5 off a 118.12. Nice swim there, Charlie. All right, so we're going to get announcements here. All right. I think, all right, they're saying clear the pool, so. All right, so they're going to do announcements.
For our top seats, we have lane 1, Jersey Aquatics, Louis Chen. Lane 2, Star, Nina Sloka. Lane 3, Star, Sophia Newton. Lane 5, Summit, Sarah Rose. Lane 6, Lifetime, Lucia Chul. Lane 7, Jersey Aquatics, Louis Blue. Lane 8, Berkeley Aquatics, Lana Bonetta. And then our top seed is Medley, Peaches, Stepwell, and top favorite, Tweety Snack and Bacon.
All right. So that's what I was hoping to do each time. So we're picking it up there. Then it just go down the order 1 through 8, skipping the low seed in lane 4, and then go back to it. So hopefully that's working. That was the intent. We are underway. So in a couple seconds, top right, you'll get names for the boys, their first heat. That is on the top right of your screen. Again, we have Chloe, Nina, Sophie. That's 1, 2, 3. Sorry, here we go. Then we have Sarah's in 5. Judy, Sydney, and Elena. Again, lead swimmer, lane 4 was our low seed time. And that is Natalie. Again, she came in 1:10.81. Looks to be dropping on that. 0.99. Oh, 1.01 improvement. 1:10. No, 99. So sorry, folks. Came in 1:10.81. She goes 1:09.82. Nice swim. Second to the wall there was lane 7, according to the board. That is Sydney Wu. She goes 1:12.15. That's over a 3-second improvement for Sydney. Third to the wall was lane 5. All right, here we are with the guys' first heat. That was Sarah Gobes from Summit in lane 5, 1:12. Sarah right on her seat. This is heat 1 of 7 for the boys, event 11. Again, folks, we're initially this was a girls session and then a boys session, but they intermixed them, so that's why the event numbers are jumping around. We are up to event 11. Thomas, Nicholas, Brian are your 3 swimmers in the pool. This is heat 1 of 7. Top right are the names for heat 2. All right, so just rounding out for the boys, Medley relay, low time, or the winners, I should say, state champions, gold championship for Star Aquatic. Jamie, Levi, Sakara, and Ishin are your swimmers that made up that team. Second place, Jersey Aquatic. Third, Excel. Fourth, Rebel. 5, Metro. All right, again, this information will be updated in Meet Mobile. All right, boys, coming into the finish. This is heat 1 of 7. Low time there goes to lane 3. Here's our entries for heat 2 of 7. Underway. Guys are ready at the far end, 25 yards complete. I concur. Let's go, Preston. Lane 8 swimmer. Where are we? I'm looking at the chat there. Again, if I overlook somebody's significant swim, please put it in the chat. Trying to keep up with everything here. Lane 4 looks to go low. That's Nick. Again, those zeros you see on the board, don't worry about that. I don't think I explained it yet, but I said it early on. Behind the blocks, there's somebody with a backup timer, a button. It looks like a Jeopardy button that is tied into the timing system. So if they push that, well, they'll push that on the finish, and if it doesn't register a touch on the pad, that's what the scoreboard does. It puts up zeros on the split such that we can see that's what occurred. All right? It's not an indication of a DQ or anything like that. All right, here we are with the next heat. This should be, or it is, heat 3 of 7. Arkip, Liam, Rahan, Nathaniel, Hudson, Alicia, Dean, and Jordan. Heat 3 of 7. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a little cleanup going on down here. All right, somebody retrieving caps. Nice job. All right, back to the start end. Heat 3. Names for Heat 4, top right of your screen. Again, that orange text, that's just my convenience, if you would. So if you're not following along in Meet Mobile, you can go up, look at that, and then see what's going on. Now with that, yeah, it's kind of a lot of text up there. So, whatchamacallit, I'm sorry, I'm distracted a second. That is the seed times up there in that information. So my other intent of providing that is, you know, you're watching this a year from now, you can go up and cross-reference the seed times for the swimmers. That is lanes 5 and 6 turning first here in heat 3 of event 11. Names top right are your heat 4 swimmers. Here we come into the finish. Lane 5 going low. That's Hudson Warren, a 117.6. Dropping a bunch off a 122.15. Nice improvement. Keep an eye on that 117. See how that comes into the mix at the end of the day. Again, it's just timed finals. Somebody in an early heat could take a, you know, a top 10 spot. Underway here in heat 4 of 7. Matthew, Dennis, Zion, Ethan, Timo, Caden, Tucker, and Christian. Here are the boys at the halfway mark. And at the 75 mark now. This is heat 4 of 7. These are lane 3 swimmers. Zion looks to go low here. Came in on a 121 seed time. He swims a 118.56. Almost 3-second improvement. Great job. That was heat 4. Here's our entries for heat 5. Underway with 5, Watson, Jack, Maddox, Weston, Nathan, Logan, Colin, and Evan, 1 through 8. Names for heat 6, top right. All right, the boys at the halfway mark here. First to turn there, lane 3, Maddox. Maddox in 3 continues to lead. Came in on a 119.71. Looks to be dropping a bunch on that. He is 116.06. It's 3.5. Nice swim, Maddox. Here we are with heat 6 of 7. Second to last heat. Top right are the entries in the final heat. You can see their seed times up there. Low seed will be 107 in the next race. Again, this is heat 6 of 7 in the pool. We have Mateo, Will, Casper, Ben, Armand, Jamie, Donnie, and Valen. 25 yards down. This is the halfway mark, a little outside smoke there, lane 8, Valen. Now, if you're not familiar with that term, outside smoke, I mentioned it earlier. So lane 4, the way the software works, it puts the fastest swimmer in lane 4, then it goes to 5, and it works out there, 3, 6, 2, 7, 1, 8. So of the 8 swimmers here, lane 1 and lane 8 came in with the slowest seed times. So that's when you term it as outside smoke, that they're swimming fast relative to the rest of the field that they're paired up with. Looks like Valen's going to go low. He came in 118.84. He's got almost 6 seconds. He goes 112.99. Nice job, Valen. Second to the wall, 114.02 for Ben. All right, this is the final heat. We're going to get some introductions. Let's give Valen a little airtime there. Nice swim, bud.
Okay, everybody, now for our top heat of the morning. In lane 1, we have Margaret Barracuda and Lucarna. In lane 2, we have Jersey Shore Wise, William Hopkins.
This is Braden.
We have NJS Mark Pinto.
Hey, Mark Pinto. Then we have Zachary in 5. We'll go back to 4. There's Caleb. There's 7 and 8. Sorry. All right. Again, so they're just counting down 1, 2, 3. They'll skip 4 because that's the low seed. Then they'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. So sorry, Manning and Krill, 7 and 8. I gave you a little less airtime. Sorry. All right, final heat. Top right are the entries for the first heat for the girls. All right, the guys, halfway mark here. That is Francis in 4, first to turn. Followed by Zach in 5. Boys will be at 75 yards. This is the final turn, bringing it home. So our lead swimmer there, Francis, coming into the wall under the flags. He goes low, 107.93, just off his seed. Already impressive 107.31 seed time. Congratulations, Francis. So that's the final heat there. So again, we might have a little bit of break or 5-minute break. All right. Folks, hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. We
Everybody, please turn your attention behind the blocks for our first awards.
All right, they're doing an awards presentation now behind the blocks. I don't know how this is working. All right, lifetime third. Jersey Aquatic. Again, those were the results I read off earlier. So on the girls' side, first place Excel, second Scarlet, third was Metro Lifetime. On the boys' side, this is event number 9, the 200 medley relay. Star Aquatic, followed by Jersey Aquatic, followed by Excel. Congratulations to all the swimmers. Those are the top 3s.
Action! listen, I always lost the time to win. Oh, what do you say?
All right. So next race is going to be event 4, girls 10 and under, 100-yard breaststroke. As you can see, we have 3 lanes of swimmers on the top right of your screen. Should see those ladies behind the blocks. Should be lane 3 here. And there's an OCY. This is Renee, orange OCY cap. And then Scarlet swimmer behind the blocks there. Again, so the awards were presented for the medley relay. I think we'll swim this events 4 and 12. Yeah, I got to add 8 to each one. Again, because the girls' odd numbers are 1 through 8 or 9, and then the boys picked up with 10 through, what's the last event? 16. All right, here we go. Let's go up top. Here's our lane assignments. I don't know. We are underway here. This is, again, heat 1 of event number 4, heat 1 of 5. Top right are the entries for heat 2. This is a 100-yard race. It's going to be 4 lanes to the pool. The girls are turning at the 50. Joy, Renee, and Junong. All right, coming into the finish. Renee looks to go low here. She goes 141.52 right on her seed. All right, lane 5, similar. Right on seed. Oh, Joy is a little out of frame. Here she comes under the flags. Joy came in on a high 2:16. She's dropping 10 plus. Nice job. All right. That was heat 1. Here's our heat 2 entries with the names for heat 3, top right. Abby, Chloe, Charlie, Elisa, Sophia, Isabella, and Gabby make up your swimmers here in heat 2 of 5 of event 4, 100-yard breaststroke. right, the girls at the halfway mark here. Lane 4, first to turn. That is Elisa. Into the finish. Close race here. Elisa in 4 looks to go low though at a 131.48. That's a 2.2 drop off of 133.79. Nice job. That was Heat 2. Here we are with Heat 3. All right. Taryn, Alina, Nave, Divi, Alea, Riley, Rhea, and Ida. This is Heat 3 in the pool. Names for 4, top right. This is the 50-yard turn. First to turn there, lane 3. That's Nave. All right, under the flags and into the... Oh, shucks, I didn't turn the scoreboard back on, folks. I am so sorry. After the awards, I shut it off, so... Oh, pardon me. Top left. That was Heat 3. Here we are with Heat 4. All the splits will be in Meet Mobile. Four is in the pool. Emma, Ellie, Anika, Zan, Cora, Ella, and then Amit and Audrey, 7 and 8. Those are your swimmers for this Heat 4. Names for 5, top right. 4 of 5. The next one will get announcements. Close race. Lane 6, first to turn. That's Ella out of the Excel team. Again, lane 1, top of the screen. Lane 8, closest to us. And I try and keep all my cameras so you have that same perspective. Lane 1 will always be the far lane. Lane 4 here, Zayn, late push. Looks like she's gonna go low time here. Nice job, a 125.08. Dropping over 3 seconds off a 128.32. Nice swim. All right, here we go with Heat 5. We'll go up to lane 1. Meet our swimmers here. Should have Zori and Carly to start.
Go all the way back. That's me. Go faster. One more. Go all out. Rest. Rest. That's right. All the way out. Sleep last night. 45 minutes.
Oh, sorry. There's lane 5, Alicia. There's lane 6. 7, Claire with the purple cap. Come on. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I didn't take into account all the officials, and so there we go. There we get a view. All right, final heat. All right, we saw one of the blocks there. Unfortunately, in 7, I don't know if I heard it more than saw it. The starting wedge flew off the back. Final heat. Names top right of the first heat for the boys. That is Emma Zhang in 4. See Emma's lead at the halfway mark. So everybody's turning here. 50 down, 50 to go. All right, coming home, final 25. Take a nice look here at Emma's great stroke. She's under the flag. See the finish. Emma dropping time. Came in a already impressive 116.87. She goes 116.6. Second to the wall, 121 was Hava. Dropping time off of 124.37. That's 2+. Nice swim there. All right, first heat for the boys coming up. Nice swim, ladies. Third to the wall. 122 there for lane 5, Alicia. Here we go with the boys. All right, unofficial times there, or unofficial finish. Need to go and make sure no DQs, and then that'll become official. But nice job, ladies. Emma Zhang comes in on a 116.87 and drops already off that already impressive time. Top right. Let me real quick tell you who's in the pool. We have Lucas, Allen, and Harry. Our swimmers here. Sorry, get you a little dizzy. 6 heats. This is heat 1 of 6. Lucas from Lifetime. In the middle is Allen from Scarlet, and closest to us, Harry Relaford from Madison Area Y. Yeah, sorry about that. I had the scoreboard off, so yeah, on the top left, that's a full view of the scoreboard with event and heat. Sorry about that. This is heat 1 of 6. Looks like Lucas goes low, 135.9. That's a big drop. He came in 153.6. Everybody dropping time. Harry almost dropped 10 seconds there. Here we go, heat 2. In the pool, Nikki, Yonjay, Kevin, Daniel, Hunter, Reed, Dashnell, and Aiden. Top right are the Heat 3 entries. And that's the 50-yard turn for the boys. We'll be at 75 yards. Final turn. Coming into the finish, that is our lane 4 swimmer, Daniel. 126.22, nice drop. Came in on a 133.89. Awesome. All right, that was Heat 2. Here's our Heat 3. Guys underway in Heat 3. Milan, Richard, Chip, Alex, 1 through 4. Then we have Jackson, Ivan, Nicholas, and Ian. Close one here, lanes 3 through 8, all within a second. First to turn on the board, though, is lane 3, Chip. Big second half push. There's lane 6 and 5. Low time on the board, 128.77 to Ivan in 6. Came in on a 131.98. That's 3+. Great swim, Ivan. This is Heat 4. Again, one of those wedges. See it on flying off the back end. That's unfortunate. In the pool, though, Heat 4. Already at the far end here. Arjun, Bart, Luke, Isaac, and then Henry, Colin. I'm sorry, right? Yes. Hanlon and Denz. Denise. First to turn on the board, though, lane 3, Luke. And again, if you're on your phone, you can pinch and zoom in within the YouTube app. So if you're really tracking those splits, much like how you zoom in on a picture, put 2 fingers down, push apart, and it will zoom in the YouTube app. Hopefully, if you're on a computer monitor or a TV, everything is viewable. Always like to get feedback, how we can improve things. So please let us know. Keep an eye on lane 1, might go low. It is 127.45, dropping off a 130.17 for Arjun. Nice swim, little outside smoke. Here we go with heat 5. Underway with 5. Simon, Daniel, Zai, Jaden, Warren, Andrew. I got a cross-reference. Noah, sorry, and Terrence. Yeah, the sheets on, just so you know, the sheets I'm reading off are a little truncated, so I can't read I got to look at a different page to get the full name there. But that is Noah in lane 7, leading at the halfway mark. Putting a little more space on his competitors here in heat 5 of 6. White shirt, you see the official standing over, keeping an eye. And then again, that's why I can't really say a winner until we get the official results. Let's take a look at Noah. Here he is. All right, good stuff. He's bringing it home. He came in on a 126.56. He goes 120.78. That's 5 3/4. Awesome swim, Noah. He goes low for this heat. All right, that was heat 5. Here we go. Heat 6. We're announcing. Sorry. Lane 1, Simon. No, sorry. Aaron. That's lane 6, Brian. There's Kyle. There's Ken. Final heat. For 50 freestyle on deck. We'll get those names up there in a second. This is a 50-yard turn. Again, up in lane 1, Aaron. Then we have Ian Jordan. Lane 4, Francis Lee. Lane 5, Levi. 6, Brian. 7, Kyle. 8 is Ken. Four and 5. Francis is in 5. Francis in 4. Levi in 5. Turning simultaneous. C times 1 second apart. Levi, big push on the second half. We'll zoom out in a second after the finish. And Levi goes low. 117.7 for Levi. Dropping over a second off of 118.85. Francis right on his seat. Second to the wall. Nice job. Third to the wall. Lane 2. Ian. Okay, girls 50 free is up next. I don't know if we're getting a break or not. All right, some official results to read off, folks, unless we get this start. So, event 3, girls 10 and under. I'm going to turn up the in-house. Hopefully you can hear it. It's not very clear. All right, folks, they're reading off the girls 10 and under 100-yard backstroke final, the results. Hopefully you can hear me a little clearer. It's not all that clear in-house. 8th place, Charlie Stapp. 7th place, Lena Ganala. 6th, Nina Stradica. I don't think they're giving out awards. Oh, shucks, they are. All right, sorry, folks. All right, let me shut the scoreboard off. I'll hopefully remember to put that back on. There's Sarah Gopes. In 2nd place, Sydney Wu. All right, those were the girls. Sorry, I'm just learning as we go. So they're announcing 8th place on the lane 1 block. This is Ben Lee.
In 7th place, we have
Andrew Branch.
We have Streamline Aquatics, Fallon Awesome. In 5th place, we have New Jersey Race Club, Mark Pinto. In 4th place, we have Twisted Tigers, Caleb McGraw. In 3rd place, we have Jersey Aquatics, Cyril Urca. In 2nd place, we have Madison YMCA,
Zach Schneider from Madison Y, hometown pool.
4th place finisher with Excel Swimming, Francis Lee.
All right, I think Francis stepping up here. Oh, there he is. All right, so this is 1st place, Francis Lee, Zach Schneider. Then we have Krill, Callum, Mark. All right. Sorry for the confusion. We're learning as we go. Okay, we're going to go girls. Event 5. Girls 10 and under 50 freestyle. We have 3 swimmers. Here's their lane assignments. Entries for Heat 2 are on the top right of your screen now. Let me remember to turn on the scoreboard. All right. So again, I was saying it quick earlier. Any comments, feedbacks, you can email us, commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. There's a link also on the About page. If you prefer to stay anonymous, if you provide feedback to the coaches, it will make it to me. So that is an option. Here we are. Event 5, heat 1 of 8. Gold qualifying time was 32:69. The record might be available. I should have it somewhere. It was incredible. I looked at it last night. I'll try and pull it up at some point. All right, this is heat 1 of 8. Names on the top right again are the heat 2. So coming into the wall, we have Riley, Annabelle, and Keith finishing up. Low time, 34:92. Annabelle, nice swim. Here we are with heat 2. We're going to move quick through these. Underway. Nave, Isla, Nina, Victoria, Abigail, Olivia, Alani, and Willem. All right. I was supposed to have a volunteer doing the announcing today, so I'm sorry if I seem like a little bit behind or scrambling. That volunteer didn't pan out. I didn't find out until today. If anybody's out there, you know somebody that would want to hop on and assist, feel free. We're back tomorrow, so let us know or just show up. Low time there, lane 4, Victoria. She goes 33:03. Awesome swim. Look at all the Jersey Shore Y in this particular heat. And that's just random, like based on the seed times. It's not anything more than that. In the pool, though, heat 3, Anya, Rory, Madeline, Chloe. It's cut off. Where are we? Emmers, Eileen, Catherine, and Noor. Lane 2, lane 4. Who's going low? Low time. Lane 2, Rory. This is now heat 4. We're moving quick. Underway, heat 4. Andre, Valentina, Lily, Tessa, Jacqueline, Chari, Sabrina, and Poppy. Everybody turning simultaneous at the far end. Again, this is heat 4 of 8. Low time outside. Poppy, 31:45, dropping over a second. Awesome. All right, couple seeds. I don't know if we're going sub 30 yet. All right, the official said stand. Underway with 5. So the official, as she looks down, didn't see somebody set. She can say stand, and that's what that happened there. Ariella, Alexa, Arabella, Nina, Ellie, Zori, Charlotte, and Sonia. Really tight here. Everybody low 32s. This is heat 5 of 8. Big effort here from the girls. Lane 1, lane 4. Lane 4 looks to go low. She does. 31:22. Nina. That's dropping 0.7, high 0.7. Nice job. All right, this is heat 6 in the pool. Caroline Veltre, shout out. And then we have Zoe London. Angie's in 4. Arya, Gianna, Charlie, and Coco make our swimmers. Looks like lane 4's going low. She is 30:15. Nice drop off of 31:34. That's over a second. Awesome job. Here we go with heat 7 of 8. We'll have announcements before the next race, which will be the final heat. 7 is in the pool. Lily, Chloe, Beatrice, Lana, Elodie, Jamie, Ida, and Chloe Friends. Chloe, a relation to CJ Friends, outstanding swimmer from Del Barton. Question for the audience, I'm not aware, but maybe. Low time on the board, though, is Beatrice in 3:30.64, dropping off an already impressive 30.89. All right, we're getting announcements here. Let's go down the line.
We have lifetime Italy's Golden number 3. Lane 5, we have Peter Province Valley, Ruben Scott. Lane 6, we have lifetime Lane 4. Lane 7, we have Sunflower Sophie Puget. Lane 8, we have Scarlet Province Valley. And our top seed is Summit Area YMCA, Sarah Rose. Sarah went to the Nevada. She has runs for visibility. Mr. Referee.
All right. So they started that announcement before I was ready, but hopefully we got it all. All right, here we go. Final heat. Oop. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I heard take your marks, and then I don't know if I heard stand or something else, but this is the final heat. Oh, shucks, lane 5, slow off the blocks. Hate to see that. All right, Ella, Sydney, Annalie, and Sarah, 1 through 4. Natalie's in 5. Sorry, I'm slow here. Duty, Sophie, and Johan into the finish here. Lane 2 looks to go low. Sydney, 28.88. It's almost a full second drop off her seed of 29.80. Nice swim, ladies. Look at that. Couple 20. Oh, a lot of 20. Johan Zhang went 29.79, breaking the 30. Somebody 29.29 for Duty Not Kill from Lifetime. 29.30 for Sarah. Nice swim. And 28.88 low time up there for Sydney Wu. All right, here's boys, event 13. Heat 1 of 10. Heat 1 of 10, event 13, boys, 10 and under, 50-yard freestyle. Again, on the bottom right, you can see the order of events, where we're going. Underway. Top right of your screen is Heat 2 entries. 1 of 10 in the pool, Mateo, Ivan, and Archet. They're already turning at the far end. I just hear myself. All right, and into the finish, low time here, 33.72 for lane 4, Ivan. Here are your entries for Heat 2. Richard, Max, Davian, Rahan, Peter, Kai, Owen, and Ethan. All right, again, so they said take your mark, then he said stand. We're back, reset. We're underway. If you watch that, go back and watch that last 50 free. Unfortunately, it looked like the swimmer lane 5, I think, got a slow start. if you were watching at the high school level, the meet of champions 2 weeks ago, yeah, they had an issue with the breaststroke. It's really unfortunate. They did a re-swim. It created some controversy, but people are probably, if you're a big swim fan, you're probably familiar with that occurrence. It's really unfortunate. Here we are, heat 2, lane 5. Howell. Peter goes low, 32.27. Nice job, Peter. That was heat 2. Here we go with 3. Names for heat 4, top right. In the pool, Diego, Elliott, Giovanni, Alexander, Ian, Jackson, Evan, and Alexander. Couple Alexanders. We have Alexander Takan in 4 and Alexander Kadazi in 8. Lane 6 going low for Jackson, 31.89. That's almost 2 full seconds off at 33.85. Nice swim, Jackson. Here we are, heat 4. Sorry, I left names on. Names for 5, top right. All right, low time there is lane 5. Arjun. Here we are with heat 6. Why did I don't know why that Lifetime logo is hanging off the bottom there, but all right, talk about siblings. Another if you're from the nearby area, maybe lane 8 should know that name, state champion. I'm just catching up, folks. So this is 5 in the pool. Names for 6 I need to update for you. All right, low time on the board was lane 5 of 5. 32.40 goes 30.61. Turn on these names. We are underway with heat 6. Names for 7, top right. All right, boys are ready. Turn. I can't keep up with them. Watson, Daniel, Kami, Hudson, Brandon, Benjamin, Maddox, and Christian. Here they are into the wall. Lane 3, Kami goes low, 30.79, dropping over a second off of 31.97. Nice job. Here we are, heat 7 of 10. Names for 8, top right. We have Chip, Adam, Nicholas, James, Donnie, Noah, Chris, and Eshin in the pool. Those are your swimmers in 7. Lane 1, lane 3. Lane 3 looks to go low. Where did we didn't get a touch? All right, we got to go back and watch that. So they all have stopwatches, so if that was an issue with not getting a clean touch on the wall, they will have a stopwatch time, which will be cross-referenced and then factors into the official time. 8 is in the pool, 8 of 10. Names for 9, top right. Ethan, Aaron, Alex, Nathan, Hudson, Jamie, Warren, And Alicia, low time on the board, 29.81 for lane 5. That's breaking the 30 barrier there for him. I think he came in. Hudson came in 30.64. If that was his time, nice job. This is heat 9 of 10. Names for the final heat, top right. Here we have Colin, Jaden, Harry, Colin, R.A., Logan, Van. Sorry, I'm cutting that. Name's cut off. And then Valen in 7 and Takara in 8. Here they are into the finish. Close one, 3 swimmers there. Low time goes 29.13 to Valen there in 7. All right, we're announcing names.
Five, we have Christian Aquatics, Phoenix Chad. In lane 6, we have NJS, Mark. In lane 7, we have Mercy Flyers, Dan B. In lane 8, we have Rebels, Ian Costa. And our top seed is Excel, Video, Tom.
All right, final heat. Mannings, I, Mateo, Leo, Ian, Mark, Ken, and Denon. .200 IM names you see on the top right of your screen now. Lane 4, Leo's going low, 27.98. Congratulations. Dropping it off an already impressive 28.32. So a high 0.3 drop. Good job. Second to the wall there, lane 5, Ian. And third to the wall, 28.8 for Mark in 6.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the first presentation for the girls 10&Under 100-yard breaststroke and the boys 10&Under 100-yard breaststroke. Reminder, 8th place finishers, please go to block number 1.
Thank you. All right, we're. Oh, thank you. Oh, nope.
The girls in 8th place, we have Excel,
All right, so they're announcing 8th place. Thank you.
thank you. In 7th place, we have Scarlett Aquatics, Bernie Lemonhead. And lane 6, in 6th place,
So they're announcing event for 100 breaststroke.
In 5th place, we have Rebel Aquatics Club, Brianna Zavala. In 4th place, we have Whitewater's
All right, 3rd place, Alicia Ben from Excel. 2nd place, Hava Karai from Scarlet. And Emma Zhang, 1st place, also from Excel. I just don't see them popping up on the blocks.
And then our first place finisher excels
All right, so first place should be closest to us. This should be Emma Zhang. And then to her right, in the pink sweatshirt, Hava. And then third block away, Alicia Ben. All right. All right, now they're announcing the boys.
In eighth place, in lane 1, we have Jersey Flyers Aquatics Club, Fran Lee. In 7th place, we have Whitewaters, Ryan Wang. In 6th place, we have Jersey Aquatics, Noah Gad Sotomayor. In 5th place, we have Jersey Aquatics, Kyle Kim, Kyle Sotomayor. In 4th place, we have Jersey Flyers Aquatic Club, Gordon Long, Gordon Setup. In 3rd place, we have Jersey Aquatics, Ian Chow. Ian, where are you?
All right, third place on the boys' side, Ian Chow, Jersey Aquatics. Second place, Francis Lee from Excel. Here he is. And our champion, Levi Pippett from Star. All right, moving on. So that was event 4 and 12.
The 2 doors are to the back of our pool are emergency exit only, and nobody should be going in and out of those doors. They have emergency only on them, if you are wondering which doors we are talking about.
All right, up next, event 6, girls 10 and under, 200 IM. Folks, I have trouble deciphering what is being said in-house, so hopefully it's coming clear for you. I don't know. I will try and talk to them, see if we can work on that for tomorrow. But underway here with heat 1 of 2 of the 200-yard IM. Cora, Anika, Arabella, and Annabelle. So this is 200 yards, 2 lengths each stroke. Top right are the entries for heat 2. Here come the girls completing the butterfly, and they'll go to backstroke. All right, names on the top right are the entries for the second heat. So I assume we'll be announcing those. Four swimmers here. Oh. All right, we got confirmation. The friends are siblings, so congratulations, CJ Friends. Del Barton put up a great effort this year. Got to admit, my daughter swam at Chatham, so obviously Del Barton beating Chatham at the Morris Counties kind of significant, making their comeback. Huge reputation there from previous years. And a little trivia, does everybody know Rob Alexi is now playing rugby, not swimming anymore at Cal? Or that was as of last year, so I found that out. Found that very interesting. So, and Jack is going to China to race. And hopefully you will see Jack in LA in a couple years. All right, here we are, turning final leg after this breaststroke. We have freestyle. First to turn there was lane 4, Anika. Again, this is heat 1 of 2, so I imagine we're announcing names for the next one. All right, into the finish. Anika came in on a 2:48, right, dropping over a second on her seed. Nice job. Arabella right on her seed, 2:53. Everybody right on. And Annabelle in 6, bringing it home. Everybody right on their seat. All right, so I'm imagining we're announcing, so I'm going to go up here. We should have Carly.
Now for our top team. In lane 1, we have Whitewater, Carly.
There we go. Thank you, Carly.
We have Summit Area YMCA, Sarah Rose.
There's Sarah, the red, white, and blue cap.
Excel, Zeno, IIT Union. In lane 5, we have Excel, Elizabeth. In lane 6, we have Scarlett. Charity. In lane 7, we have Excel, Cody Ed. In lane 8, we have Whitewater.
It should be Claire down here, Claire.
And then our top team is Excel, and her favorite animal is Backstroke. Mr.
All right. Sorry, folks. I can't help with the timers kind of crowding that area. It limits my view, so. We are underway. Final heat with the girls. 200-yard IM. Up next, we have 3 heats for the boys. The entries in their first heat, top right. Again, just to recap, up in lane 1, Carly. Then we have Sarah, Zan, Emma, Alicia, Pava, Elodie, and Claire. That is our lane 5 swimmer, first to turn, Alicia. So our lead swimmers there in 5 and 4, Alicia in 5, and then on her right, further to the top of your screen, that's Emma in 4. Half second apart at the halfway mark as they start their breaststroke. Again, middle of the pool always has the lower seed time, so this kind of arrow or chevron shape is normal. And then that's what I mentioned earlier, that inverse of that is outside smoke when you get the outside lanes kind of having a great race. All right, ladies bringing it home here. We'll go wide so you can see. That is lane 4, Emma leading now here, freestyle to go. All right, we'll swing all the way down the far end of the pool. You'll see them 25 to go on this left-hand wall. Emma came in on a 2:32 seed. We'll follow her home, and then we'll go wide. She comes in, dropping time, 2:29.99, sub 2:30. Great swim, Emma. Hava is second to the wall, 2:36.12 for Hava. That's over a 3-second drop. Nice job, ladies. All right, here we go. First heat, heat 1 of 3 for the boys. They are underway. All right, again, this is heat 1 of 3 in the pool. Names for heat 2, top right. All right, now you're wondering, maybe. So as you see on the next heat, lane 1 is empty. So intentionally, the software doesn't create heats with less than 3 swimmers. So that's when you have that scenario of it pulling a swimmer down, if you would, or to an earlier heat. So that's why we have 3 swimmers here, and then we have an empty lane going forward. And that's purely a math thing, right? It's an 8-lane pool, and it takes 8, creates the last heat, and then works backwards from there based on the seed times. All right, in the pool, I'm sorry, we have Simon, Liam, and Brian makes up our swimmers here, heat 1 of 3. All right, here are the guys. Halfway in distance, we have Breaston free to go. All right, it'll be 20 or 50 to go, freestyle to go at this left-hand wall. Again, this is event 14, the boys 10 and under, 200-yard IM, heat 1 of 3. All right, just for reference, this event was supposed to start at 12:22. It is 12:24 here real time. And then for perspective, the last race, which is the 50-yard fly, is slated to start at 1:22, so an hour from now. But there's a lot of heats there, so 11 heats. So, but that'll go quick. So we're about an hour and 10 minutes worth of swimming still to go. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. It's a real pleasure and a privilege to bring it to you. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports. Here we go. Heat 2. Isaac, Zion, Colin, Kyle, Hanlon, and Jack. Lane 1 and 8 are empty. Names on the top right are the final heat entries. Heat 3 of 3 up next. Oh, I'm a little slow on the camera. All right. Again, there's announcements in-house. I'm having the darndest time trying to understand them. So if there was information I could relay, I would, but I'm not really sure what they're saying. So, all right, 100 yards down, 100 to go. Breaststroke and then freestyle to go. Low time at that point, or first to turn, I should say, is Kyle Kim in 5. Here's a look at Kyle under the flags at the far end. Being chased down by, what's that, lane 3. Zion. All right, and then we'll do the grandma cam if we can get a face here. There's Kyle leading them out. All right, freestyle to go. So look at those splits. Third from the column from the right, a 44.9 there for lead swimmer Kyle. So obviously from there you start doing math. You can see how the different strokes swimmers can separate themselves. Take you a wide view and then we'll have a finish. Kyle's under the flags. Here he is, a couple strokes to the wall. He goes low, 237.8. That's a huge drop off a 243 seed. That's 5. That's over 5. That's 6 plus. No, it's 5. High 5s. Sorry, folks. All right, nice swim. Here we go. We're going to get announcements now. All right, lane 1 should be Ben, 2, Kirill. 3, Jordan. Red cap lane 5. Levi in 6 with Star. Arali in 7 with Scarlett. And then red cap Henry down here with Lifetime. And then lane 4 swimmer, low seed time here. All right, that's a seed time you see on the screen, folks. All right, final heat. Heard another clunk there, so those starting wedges getting a workout or might not be seated properly. 200 freestyle for the girls on deck. Those are the names you're going to see in a second, top right. That is lane 5. Nazar. First to turn after the front 50. He goes out on a 30-30. Running order there is 5, 3, 4. We'll stay on the turn, then we'll go wide. Just with our lead group here. Same running order, 5, 3, 4. Here's the rest of the field coming in turning, followed by lane 2. Take you wide, get a view. All right, lead group halfway through the breaststroke at the far end. This is our lead swimmer closest to us, Nazar in 5. We'll stay on the turn with these guys. We have freestyle to go on this turn, 50 yards down and back. 44-5, 44-4. Nice splits, guys. All right, we'll go wide and then we'll pick up our lead group. All right, lead swimmers are ready turning. Final 25. Looks like Nazar is putting a little space here. Big effort. Came in on a 2:26.45. We're dropping a bunch, folks. Nice swim. Great swim. 2:22.86. He goes low. Look at that. Came home 31.55. That's awesome. All right, that's going to be the final heat. All right. Don't know if we're going right to the girls for this two. All right, they're announcing the award winners for the 50 free. Ah. All right, so 50-yard freestyle event 5, and then we'll have, oh, wow. I believe we're announcing event 5, 50-yard freestyle winners. All right. All right, there's Annalisa. All right, that's our 7th place, Angie Perez. We should have Natalie in 6. All right, Sarah Gobes was 4th. 3rd place, Sophie Nguyen. All right, here's Sarah in 4th place finisher. Just to her right, 5th place finisher was Yahan Jiang. Judy is 2nd, and Sydney Wu here was your 1st place finisher. All right, congratulations, ladies. All right, I believe we're going over to event 13, the boys 10 and under awards. Jaden Zhao, 8th place. That's Arlie in 7th. Callum in 6th. This is Valen in 4. Mark Pinto, third place. Second place, Ian Chow. And Leo Zong, your champion. All right, we're getting better at this. So, up next, event 7, girls 10 and under, 200-yard freestyle, 5 heats. Here's our lane assignments for the first heat.
This is your spot.
Top right are the names for heat number 2. Again, this is event 7, odd numbers girls, even numbers boys. I'm sorry, I said that earlier. I'm incorrect. Why? Yes. 7 for the. Now I'm just confusing myself because 7, then it goes boys 15. All right, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, folks. Here it is, event 7, heat number 1 of 5, 200-yard freestyle. Gold qualifying was 2:42. Ladies are in the pool. Jacqueline, Ray, Nina, Ayana, and Charlie. All right, back at the wall for the 50. Yeah, so I apologize, folks. I even confused myself. So typical meet is girls are odd numbers, boys are even. But what happened today was they were going to run it girls, which was basically 1 through 8, and then the boys was event 9 through 16. But then when they got interleaved, there's points and the girls are odd, and there's points when the girls are even. So, all right. We'll just count off as we go. So we're on event 7. After this will be 15, and then we have 8, and then we have 16. So at the far end will be final turn here coming home. We do have the 500 on the docket for tomorrow. And for that race on that left-hand wall, they will use counters or placards to assist the swimmers in keeping count of where they are relative to the finish. Low time there. Nina in lane 4. She came in on a 2:40. She goes 2:37.97. Look at that. Nina, thank you. Seed time 2:40.97. She swims 2:37.97. 3 flat on the drop there. Great job. Here we are with our Heat 2 swimmers. Names for Heat 3, top right. 2's in the pool. In the pool, we have Tess, Alexa, Elena, two Elenas. Elena Lee's in 3. Elena Avcedo Lopez in 4. Then we have Charlotte in 5. Chloe in 6. 7 is Ellie, and 8 is Sabrina. All right, here are the ladies turning at the 50. I put it in the description. There is a link to the New Jersey Swim records. I looked at it last night, as I mentioned earlier, and there were some impressive times up there. So just below the main viewing page, if you go to the description there, I didn't put it there. I put it for tomorrow. All right, I'll try and post it there shortly. All right, so that's a 100-yard turn there. Lead swimmer in lane 6, Chloe. This will be a 150 turn. Lane 3 having a big push there. Oh, lane 7 on a 39.4. That's our low split for Ellie Lee. Lane 2 split of 42. Lane 3 split of 40. This will be the final turn, final 25 at this point. Again, this is heat 2 of 5. Lane 7, 2:33.7 for Ellie. That's a 2.5 second improvement on a 2:40.15 seed. Nice job. Here we go with heat 3. Gianna, Poppy, Emma, Zori, Audrey, June, Johan, and Una. Ladies are underway. Heat 3 of 5. All right, here are the ladies turning at the first 50. All right, if you are interested, I put it in the chat, the link to the records off the New Jersey Swim website. The names on the top right in the orange text, those are swimmers in heat 4. 4 of 5 up next. Lead swimmer at the 100 is our lane 6 swimmer, June, splitting a 1:13.5 at the halfway mark. Lane 4 lead at the 150 there. Split of 40:37 was Zori. We're at our final turn, 25 to go here. Running order is lane 4, lane 6. Zori, then June. Looks like Zori's going low time in this heat 3 of 5. 2:33.59. Nice drop. That's over 3 seconds off of 2:35.88. Nice swim. This is heat 4 of 5 now. In the pool, Rory, Serrana, Annalie, Ayla, Dudi, Nina, Hudson, and Valentina. All right, turning at the 50. All right, if anybody's dropping off, glad you could join us today. We're back tomorrow, same structure. It'll be one live stream, one session, girls and boys. I think the start time's about the same, little 10 o'clock, 10:10. Really pleasure to bring it to you. This stream is available to rewatch tonight, tomorrow, next week. And again, always open to areas we can improve or suggestions, so please provide us feedback. Good or bad, it's the only way we get better. All right, that was 100 splits you see on the board, couple 39s for that second 50. We're at the 150-yard mark here. 50 to go, 2 lengths, 1 lap. We'll have names announced for the next heat, so 25 to go. That is lane 5. Diudi. Diudi's going to bring home a low time here in this heat. Came in 2:31.66, stopping over 2 seconds off that. 2:29.49. Great swim. All right, let's take a look down the lane. Let's see what we get announcements. Should be Zoe up here in lane 1. Well, they're ready on lane 5. All right. And we finally caught up. There's Lana in 7. Vanya in 8. All right, low seat time there. Lane 4, Emma Zhang, 2:14 flat. Final heat. 4 heats after this for the boys. Ladies are underway here. So just in case you didn't hear the announcer, and again, I apologize, I can't really do much about it. Lane 1, Zoe. 2 is Natalie. 3, Ella. 4, Emma. 5, Carly, 6, Ida, 7, Lana, and 8, Vanya. That is Emma Zhang in 4, front 50, 30, 79. All right, at the 100 here, Emma continues to lead, followed by lane 5, Carly. And then lane 3 is Ella. Lead swimmer, Emma, already turning at the far side. That'll be a 125 turn here on the left side. We'll go wide and then back to the start end. 150 here. That is lane 4, Emma Zhang. Sub 35 on that third 50. So everybody turning on the right-hand wall. It'll be 50 to go, down and back. All right, lead swimmer here. As Emma's turned, we'll pick her up as she's mid-pool. You can see second and third running order here. All right, we'll follow Emma into the wall, and then we'll jump wide. Improving on her 2:14. She goes mid-2:13. Great swim, Emma. Second to the wall there in lane 5, Carly. And then followed by Ella in 3. Nice job, ladies. So almost a half-second improvement there for Emma Zhang. Again, should be our champion, but until it's official, can't call it that. Oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, yeah, so here we go. Heat 1 of 4 for the boys. Names on the top right are your Heat 2 for the boys. In the pool, Caden, Timo, Luke, Asher, and Jameson. Ishin, I'm sorry, lane 5, Ishin. Top right again are the Heat 2 entries. We'll be at 150 on the right-hand wall. Caden, Timo, Luke, Ishin, and Jameson. That is lane 6. Jameson leading him out. 2:00.88 at the 150. Real quick, we got a good teammate out here supporting him. I just had to kind of recognize there was one kid out there on the deck cheering him on, so I had to give him a little camera time. 2:39 for lane 5, dropping time, dropping over a second. Great job. Here we are with heat 2. Heat 2's in the pool. Names for 3, top right. James, Benjamin, Casper, Maddox, Armand, Brian, Braden, and Camille are your swimmers in the pool, 1 through 8, far to near. All the results, again, are in Meet Mobile, so you can download that for free. And then you don't need a subscription for the results. Some meets will require it. This meet is not requiring that. So there are the guys at the 75. All right, we're at 150 here near you. Lane 8. That is Camille. He's sub 40. Also lane 4, Mahan, also sub 40 on that 50. $25 to go with this right-hand wall. Lane 4, Milan's going low though. Oh, is that Maddox? I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong name. Maddox, sorry. 229, he goes sub 230. Here we are, heat 3. Boys are in the pool. Second to last heat, so we'll get announcements. Nope, I did that wrong. Second to last heat, so we'll have announcements on this next one. Those names you see on the top right of your screen. They're the boys turning at the 50. I didn't read these names. Sorry, they put a Dr. Pepper down in front of me, so I couldn't let it sit there and get warm. So sorry. In the pool, lane 1, Takara, 2, Ken, 3, Jamie, 4, Milan, 5, Adam, 6, Chip, 7, Mateo, and 8 is Hudson. That was 100 split on the board there. And I hit the wrong button. Sorry. This will be 150. Lead swimmer there in lane Adam, followed by 4 Milan. All right. Well, they're not racing for a place, first or second. It's all about their times. So the guys pushing each other here, coming into the wall. Low time goes to Adam in 5, 2:27.10. Came in on a 2:29.27. That's 2.1. Nice drop. Milan in 4, 2:27, right on his seat. Half-second improvement. Nice job. Oh, we're not. We're
All right, for our final heat, in lane 1, we have Hudson.
This is Hudson up in 1.
We have Aaron Will. We have Chris Tigers, Bob.
That's Callum in 3. Lane 5 somewhere in here. All right, low seed time, Leo Zine. Oh, sorry, making you dizzy. All right, final heat. Boys are underway. Okay, just in case you didn't hear the names, we have Hudson, Aaron, Callum, Leah, 1 through 4. And then Zachary, Andrew, Ben, and Bart, 5 through 8. First to turn there, lane 4, Leo. All right, names on the top right are the entries for heat 1 of 10 of event 8, the girls 10 and under 50 butterfly. So it'd be the final event for the girls, and then we'll follow that with the boys butterfly, and then that'll conclude this session. These are 100 splits, 105.17 for Leo. Callum in 3 on a 105.85. Nice job. We're at 150 yards, 2 lengths to go. All right, Leo, lead him out here. He's ready at 175. Into the finish. Leo goes low, 212.69. Second to the wall, Callum on a 217. He's improving almost 2 seconds. Came in 219.27. Nice swim. Third to the wall was Zachary, 217, right off his seat. All right, so then clear the pool there. All right, we're doing an awards ceremony. I got it. Thank you. All right, so for event 6, should have the awards for the 200-yard IM. All right, 8th place, Sarah Gobe, Summit Y. There she is. So that was event 6, top 8 swimmers there for the 200-yard IM. Here we go, event 14. Hopefully you can hear the announcer. Nazar Antashine from Clifton Seahawks is your champion. There he is. Yeah. Nice flex. All right, congratulations, everybody. That was event 14 champions there for the boys, 10 and under, 200-yard IM. All right, as we move into the final event, event 8, girls, 10 and under, 50-yard butterfly. All right, I tried to turn up the volume of the in-house microphone, trying to pick up that. I don't know if it was any better or not. All right, 10 heats here. The 3 names you see there. Here's their lane assignments. Heat 1 of 10. I guess we had one scratch in the middle there. Lane, oh, no, I'm sorry. I missed it. There she is. All right, underway. Heat 1 of 10. They're ready at the far end. This is a 50-yard race down and back. I will try and do my grandma cam, pick up a couple faces of the girls as they come off this turn. All right, we're coming into the finish here. Looks like lane 4, Milan goes low, 38.25. Nice drop off of 41.28. That's 3+. Here we are with Heat 2. It's going to move quick. Two is in the pool. Names for three updated top right. Ariel, Riley, Dana, Ilana, Emerson, and Lonnie are your swimmers here in Heat 2. Try and catch some faces here. All right, and we're into the finish. That is your lane 6 swimmer. Emerson goes low, 38.34, dropping a second and a half. Nice job. This is Heat 3 of 10. Names updated top right for Heat 4. In the pool 3, Elisa Abigail. Lane 3, Laconis. It's a little truncated. And then we have Chloe in 4, Lily Hudson, Peruvia, and Caroline. This is Heat 3 of 10. That is lane 6 coming into the wall. Hudson goes low, 36.90. Dropping almost 3 seconds off of 39.8. Nice job. Heat 4. Four is off. Names for 5, top right. All right, into the finish here for lane Heat 4, sorry. Here's our entries for Heat 5. All right, 5 in the pool. Names for 6, top right. Looks like lane 4, Sabrina's going low, and she is 36.88. That's almost a 2-second drop. Nice job. Here we are, Heat 6. Six underway, names for 7, top right. Sorry, in the pool is Emma, Sandrin, Alina, London, 1 through 4. Then we have Brielle, Nave, Sonia, and Sophia, 5 through 8. Close one here between 7 and 6. Touch goes to 7, 35.05. That's a big drop there for Sonia. low time there, 35.05. Sonia came in 38.26. All right, 7 is underway. Names are 8, top right. Olivia, Ellie, Zoe, and Chloe. That's 1 through 4. Then we have Charlie, Rhea, Jamie, and Madeline, 5 through 8. This is heat 7 of 10. Low time there in lane 4. Chloe, 36.26, dropping half a second. Nice job, Chloe. Here, this is heat 8 of 10. Names for 9, top right. In the pool with 8, Audrey, Ellie, Sydney, Noor, Arya, Chloe, Annabella, and Ray. Names for 9 are top right. We have 10 total heats. Lane 3 putting space on the field here. This is Sydney Wu. She goes low, 33.05. Big drop. Sydney came in 36.37. Awesome swim. Here we go with 9 of 10. The girls are underway in 9 of 10. Names for 10, top right. Annalie, Cora, Alexa, Chloe, Ellen, Vanya, Beatrice, and Lily. Those are your swimmers in the pool. We'll have an announcement of the swimmers that's starting the next one. Trying to remember, what do we have? We had a 33 so far. Seems to be the low time coming in. Prior heat. That is our lane 7. Beatrice Wade goes 32.4. That's over 2.2. All right, we're going to do announcements here. Let's go up top. Nice swim there, Beatrice. Again, 32.43, dropping off at 34.6. All right, coming out, we have Coco. This should be Coco up here, black cap. Angie in silver. Then we jump to 5. Alicia Ben here, black cap. Purple cap, Claire. That's Anika in 7. And Zion here. And then, sorry, got to give a little time. Top seed in lane 4. We're underway here. Final heat, heat 10. There you saw Alicia in 4 with the low seed, 32.01. There the ladies turning at the 25. We'll take it wide, get the whole field's finish here. Alicia's going to go low, 31.35, almost a, that's a 0.7. She came in 32.01. She goes 31.35. Nice improvement there on a already impressive time. Awesome. All right, first heat for the boys. Yep. Heat 1 of 11 for the boys. Awesome swim there. Alicia Ben. Heat 1 of 11 for the boys. Nicholas, Ethan, Connor, Daniel, Connor, Denise, Arkshit, and Richard coming into the finish. We're moving quick here, folks. Names for Heat 2, top right. This is going to be the final event. 11 heats. Low time there, lane 4. Daniel goes 35.6. Came in 39. Awesome. Nice drop. This is Heat 2 of 11. Adam, Nicholas, Dennis, Aiden, Nick, Caden, Alan, and G. I can't, it's cut off. What's the rest? Giovanni. That's it in 8. Two is in the pool. Names for 3, top right. All right, guys, coming into Cake and I, lane 1 up there. Adam, he goes low, 37.06. That's more than 2-second drop off of 39.29. Way to pace it, Adam. Awesome. Saying clear the pool. I don't know why. All right. So, he's saying something to lane 4. Oh, there you go. Now you know. All right. So we've traditionally been doing what's known as an overhead start or flyover where the swimmers don't get out. So the official, when that finished, he said clear the pool, which just caught the attention, and then had to figure out why. And the water bottle that was sitting there was the reason. I don't know. That start seemed like the top half of the pool didn't get a great start there, but that was just out of my corner of my eye. I don't know if anybody else saw that. This is Heat 3. Names for Heat 4, top right. Yeah. This facility, since it is an 8-lane pool, there are speakers under each of the starting blocks. Low time on the board, lane 6, Camille. Sorry, Camille. So it shouldn't be an issue, but just seemed on that one, it seemed like there was something that the top half of the pool didn't get a good start. In the pool with Heat 4, 4 of 11. Mateo, Adam, Diego, Colin, Teddy, Preston, Danielle, and Chris. Here we are into the finish. Names for 5 are updated, top right. Low time on the board is Adam, 38. Dropping 3+ seconds. Nice job, Adam. Came in 38, goes 35.5. Came in 38.52, 55, sorry. Goes 55. This is Heat 5. Let me get names updated for 6. Boys are flying. If you are jumping off, glad you could join us. Back at it tomorrow. Hope you can join us then. Low time there, 35.5 for lane 7. That is Noah. This is heat 6. 35-5. Came in 38-17. Nice 2.5. Second improvement. Finish that thought. Kevin, Isaac, Matthew, Bart, Volin, James, Idmer, and Brian. Low times going to lane 4 here. Came in 36.99. He goes 32.28. That's 4 plus, folks. Great swim there for Bart. Seven is off. Names for 8, top right. Elliot, Leonard, Alex, Ian, Luke, Thakaran, Watson, and Luca is in 8. Sure. That is lane 4, first to the wall. That's Ian, came in 36.2. He goes 33.8. That's 2 plus. This is heat 8. 8 of 11. Names for 9, top right. Manning, Hanlon, Levi, and Terrace, 1 through 4. Then we have Warren, Anthony. Where's 5? Sorry, I'm losing my place. Oh, Alex in 5. I'm reading the wrong thing, folks. Let me just stop. Heat 8. Into the wall. Heat 8. Sorry, I got ahead. I was reading names for 9. Low time there. Lane 4, though, goes to Logan. Here's our heat 9 swimmers. 9 of 11. Names for 10 are top right of your screen. I might have read the wrong names earlier, folks. I don't know if I got ahead of myself. 9 is in the pool. This is Manning, Hanlon, Levi, Terrace, Warren. That was the name I was searching there for. Anthony, then Christian and Jameson. Looks like lane 3's going low. That's Levi. He does 33.2, dropping 2 seconds. 1.98, but what's that among friends? That's good. 1.97. Let's call it 2. Nice job. Heat 10. That's not right. Yeah, it is. There we go. All right. Second to last race. Ah, shucks. Again, you see the block? Take a look. Go rewind. You can see that block fly off the wedge could fly off the back of lane 7. It's really unfortunate. This is heat 10. We'll have the names announced next time. In the pool, though, for 10, Nathan, Henry, Zion. Sorry, I'm getting behind. Lane 5 is Mark, Jack, Jaden, Casper. Low time on the board. Lane 6, Jack goes 32.9. All right, they're going to clear the pool. Jack came in 33.4. All right, so we're running down here. So up in lane 1, Kirill. Then we have Zari, Ian. Then we jump to 5. have Leo in 5, Kyle in 6, Danielle in 7, Hudson in 8. Then we go back to 4. That's right, Hudson. Be happy, man. All right, here we go. Final race, folks. We are off. Krill, Zai, Ian, Jordan. Then we have Leo, Kyle, Danil, and Hudson. That's lane 4 out like a bat. That is Jordan Hong. Came in 28-7. $28.62. Way to drop time. Nice job. All right. Awesome. That's an exclamation point. 28.62 for Jordan. All right. Great sportsmanship there. Jordan in the pink cap, Ian in the black cap, and Leo getting out with the white cap. All right. I imagine we're going to stick around. Oh, I guess there's not a prezo. Is that just the awards quickly like that? Maybe? I don't know. We'll stay on the air for a little bit. If anybody has a question, comment, feedback, please post it. Go Zach, I agree. Sorry, I'm just seeing that comment. All right, well, this was fun. Hopefully we'll get a little bit better tomorrow, clean up a couple things, and try and hear the announcements better. But, yeah, I guess the area I got to improve is better camera angle, seeing the announcement part of it. So I'll try and improve that. But if anybody does have older swimmers and if those swimmers are attending, I am covering the older kids Jersey Golds from Rutgers. Geez, I guess it's next weekend. I was going to say in a couple weeks, but it's right around the corner. So same channel, it'll be on Common Guy Sports. And, I don't know. I see some swimmers behind the blocks. Maybe we're going to have an award. I don't know. Let me stand up and take a look, see what we can see. But we'll stay on the air. Oh. All right, so I got the results for the 200 freestyle, event 7 and event 15. So I imagine that's what they'll be doing. This should be Hudson, Jersey Shore YMCA. And our first place, Emma Zhang from Excel. All right, so those are the top 8 for the event 7 girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Should now have the boys awards for event 15, the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Starting with 8th place, Adam Bone. Third place, Zachary Schneider. 2nd place, Callum McWaugh. And your champion, Leo Zhang from Excel, with its finals time of 2:12.69. So those are the results for the boys, event 15, 200-yard freestyle. I don't know if I'm going to get results for the additional.
Hey, come here. Stay out of the home. Hey, stay get to bed early, drink, eat, don't get stoned.
All right, I just got the girls 10 and under 50-yard butterfly results. Don't know if they'll be. All right, so majority have left, but I imagine the award winners are sticking around. So for that event 8, girls 10 and under 50-yard butterfly. Top time, Alicia Ben from Excel. She goes 31:35, dropping 0.66 in the finals over her seed time. 2nd, Claire Wu from Whitewaters. 3rd, Beatrice Wade. 4th, Coco Poppingen Snopnu. 5th place, Angie Perez Vincente. 6th place, Sydney Wu. 7th, Anika Tibb. 8th place, Sophie Wynn from Star Aquatics. So those results have been published. I imagine they're in Meet Mobile. If you're interested, you can. So those swimmers are being called to the blocks for event 8, girls 10 and under 50-yard butterfly. So that was our 2nd to last. So they're probably just tallying the results for the boys' side, and then we'll also see those. Glad you can join us today. Again, all the results will be in Meet Mobile. You can download that do not need to subscribe to it to see the results from this. Other meets do require that you have a subscription.
All right, for the girls and boys, 10 and under.
All right, here we go. Girls 10 and under.
In eighth place. In eighth place, we have Star Club, Sophie Wen. In seventh place, we have Scarlet Aquatics, Annika Chiv. In sixth place, we have Virgin Aquatics, Cindy Blue. In fifth place, we have New Jersey Sea Dragons, Anthony Perez, Vicente. In fourth place, we have Star Aquatics Club, Coco, Papados Sinatu. In third place for Madison, YMCA Beaches, Bay. In second place for Whitefire, Air Crew. And first place for
And there's Alicia Ben, your champion. First place, Alicia Ben. Second, Claire Wu. Third, Beatrice. Fourth, Coco. Angie, fifth. Sydney, sixth. Nika, 7. And Sophie, 8. Congratulations, everyone. The last announcement's going to be for the boys. All right, there's your champion, Jordan Hung from Jersey Flyers. Second place, Leo Zong, Excel. And then Jersey Aquatic Center took third through fifth. All right. So we had Jordan Hung, then we have Leo Zong, Kirill or Mykoff. Ian Chow was fourth, fifth, Kyle Kim, sixth, Danielle Donsov, seventh, Zahari Kamran, and eighth was Bart Kadabowski. All right. So those are the swimmers. Those are our winners. Nice job. Congratulations to all the champions. Congratulations to all the swimmers making it to this gold meet. It takes a lot of time, commitment, and perseverance. So congrats to all these 10 and unders on a very successful season, getting to this point and then putting the effort in today. So this is Mike, Common Guy Sports. On this sign off. We're back tomorrow again for the same structure. We'll start a little after 10. Hopefully wrap up at the same time, a little bit before 2. And that's that. Again, the stream's available to rewatch. And hope you enjoyed our coverage. We will see you soon. Take care. Have a good day.